Today I want to start with the Rebel Oracle deck for some reason. I'm not really sure why. I would say, I was like, it's something. Like I have not seen you at all. Like she ain't sent me no messages. That shit's going live. What's going on? Yeah, the Rebel Oracle deck. I always call this one the one that cusses people the fuck out. It will cuss you clean out and still be very kind about it. I have to figure out like how to not always fling these cards all over the place. Figure something out with the shirt though today. Good lord. Okay. You take a fucking trip is it's the card that's on the very top. I know these always start so slow. Get all the damn settings together. So yeah, we gotta take a fucking trip. Hello, is this your energy specifically, Kaylee? You always on a goddamn vacation every day of your life. So, oh, I forgot to read them back. Go see some shit, do some new things, talk to people cooler than you. So even if somebody is not a world traveler, as our special high priestess here in the chat, it's just kind of suggesting to get out of your comfort zone, go see something new, go see something unusual, something that inspires you. Obviously, not everybody can afford to. Oh, why did I just? Not everybody can sometimes afford to like go on the vacation that they want, but like even if you just visit something that's down the street, somewhere that you hadn't discovered before, a new park, it's always something. Just be fucking grateful. So at the time, it is suggesting for somebody to show maybe a little bit more gratitude. This shit could be so much worse. So I feel like that's kind of the mindset. Like somebody here is, I don't know why this always comes up in these readings. Like very, I feel like I channel a very emo collective, if we're being honest here. So very woe is me type of energy. But somebody here, they're very good at looking at what's wrong. And sometimes you don't realize you kind of like fall into that trap of like focusing on that is what kind of keeps it coming, the law of attraction. So it's not like, turn a blind eye, act like it's not there and you don't fucking see it. Like the people who are like, oh my God, I don't see color. But more so like when it happens, accept it, recognize it, and then the hardest part, moving on from it, recognizing you did exactly what you need to do, whether or not you even liked what you did. So stoicism just really has a lot of important lessons. You equals tight ass. Listen the fuck up. Control freaks don't get laid. So there's something about somebody likes to be in control of like every aspect of everything. I'm gonna even if somebody's like spontaneous with that like take a trip and everything. I just feel like it's like even in the spontaneity, somebody has to like have everything written down to a T, to an order. What are we doing right now? What's going on at the next moment? When is grandma going to wake up so that we can have the breakfast ready for her before we take the children out to go see? You know what I'm saying? Like somebody here is, they're very, I knew it had to be something about a left reading. Stop texting, stop stalking, stop checking on that person. Just fucking stop. Spend your time on someone worth it. Don't waste it on ridiculousness. I said I'm going to do an energy check-in here for the collective before we really get into it. Spend your time on someone worth it. Don't waste it on ridiculousness. This is also kind of giving me that like be grateful energy. Like there's something in a connection, former or present or hopeful future, that somebody is kind of like trying to have all eyes on the situation. It's kind of what I'm saying. Like I don't know why in my head I'm just seeing like this scenario, but like from all these different perspectives, like somebody's trying to get all the pieces together and know all the information, but it's almost like it's everything in good timing. Not only is it say stop texting, it says don't talk to anyone, don't look at anyone. Why is it this energy already? You need some fucking alone time, and you know why. Whenever I get that card, specifically for the feminists, is it about to be your time of the month? Okay. Some of us do show symptoms 2 weeks out. of the date. Okay? So there's something about this, like specifically has to do with when somebody is about to approach the time of the month. That's like when your hormones really start. Because, obviously ovulation, that causes you to be sexually drawn in. And then with the progesterone, forces you to calm down. But it's almost like somebody feels like there's, I don't know how to put that into words, like missed something, or like there was more that was supposed to happen. I don't know. I just feel like somebody knows why. Also, obviously, if you're not, full-on woman, feminine energy, or whatever, is yeah, we know the twin flame. But also, it's like if somebody here is not, a full-on woman who menstruates, this is literally like there's some specific reason that you know why, and you know why you should not be talking to anybody. Like somebody might be getting like really upset or angry at people, or like irritated, like. Then I just see this card. You are loved. On the back of that, you're here for a reason. Don't fuck it up. This gives me like self-sabotage energy. Yeah, stop fucking whining. Like, damn. What is, what's going on over here? Is this the collector's energy? It's not everyone else's fault. It's yours. You're a grown-ass adult. Stop blaming others for your shit. Okay. I told you that the Rebel Oracle, this is it saying it to you, not me. All right. I told you the Rebel Oracle deck will cut you the fuck out. Where did I even put the deck? Oh. But yeah, this just give me like somebody here, you're going through something. Or, like I said, if this isn't your energy that you're recognizing, someone around you is in this energy where they're trying to blame everybody for what's going on. They're whining and complaining. Yeah, no one wants to listen to that shit. Complaining makes you weak. You have the strength to change your world, so do it. So it's just like somebody, yeah, but then don't fucking force it behind that. Like somebody here is really frustrated with like whatever circumstances they're in, or like really pissed off. Don't talk to anyone. Don't look at anyone. And you know why? Oh, excuse me. Also kind of like interesting. I'll put the cards like that with the only dark blue one here in the middle. So this give me feminine energy, which is also interesting because left side is the receiving, then the right side, the yang, the masculine. Hello. So I guess I'm seeing this as divine feminine advice to take a trip and or is on a trip, might also be on vacation. Guess what? If y'all noticed, I had like a fucking 12-part story on my TikTok. It's because it's the first week of my vacation. So yes, I have all the free time in the world to do all the extra stuff. But yeah, I'm definitely getting that's like the divine feminine energy here. Yeah, go see some shit, do some new things. I don't know why I just keep getting nature. Like I just keep thinking about this like really secret nature spot that I know that like basically nobody in my entire state, which therefore means like nobody in the world barely knows it even exists. Like, is that ducked off? Please. But anyway, yeah, with this, stop texting, stop stalking, stop checking. I don't feel like it's necessarily stalking, but I feel like somebody like that's how you like when you think about yourself from an outside perspective. I feel like somebody here, they're kind of like, damn, I really am coming off as kind of, but you know why, you know, especially in the whole twin flame thing, you know why. Especially it's not stalking when, oh, you having dreams about them. Please, you don't create those unless you're a lucid dreamer. And then this whole you are loved. I feel like there's something about that divine feminine energy that's feeling like a bit insecure at this time, or feeling like not even full on like insecurity. Because I'm not feeling like this all like, oh my god, nobody loves me and I'm just this piece of shit. But more so like not feeling the love, not recognizing the love. So therefore you're wondering like if it was ever there. That's what I'm getting. Confirmation. You are loved. You're here for a reason. So don't start like self-sabotaging or falling into old habits to try to get this to going with that card. Don't force it. And I'm thinking about this. Don't talk to anyone. Like not trying to force a conversation. But then this I'm saying for the masculine. like I said, take it as it resonates. You could also be operating on your divine masculine energy right now, but they are pissed the fuck off. You equals tight ass. I mean, that definitely fits these last few weeks, the readings of like this divine masculine who they're kind of a control freak, not even a little bit. So, yeah, they kind of have some issues there. But I feel like you guys like match that a little bit, which is why I think this is like, this energy is so cute. Yeah, with that be fucking grateful. Yeah, this is why masculine is like, especially that reading I did yesterday. I posted to the story about someone that's like really fighting like their negative mindset, their negative talks. Yeah, don't talk to anyone and stop texting, stop stalking. I mean, really, on the first spread, we already mirroring with the twin flame energy. Please. Thank God, this is basically the only collective I read for. I understand your energy well, my friends. But, yeah, I'm not about to start the weird shit already. Ah, too late. I already did. So, this is the brand new fucking deck I got at Barnes and Noble to obviously reward myself for my brand new fucking vehicle I got. Also, yes, short story about that. You know how I took this whole like 5 month break off of TikTok and everything. And so it was basically right after I had crashed this Jeep that I spent like $2,000 down on, which for me, that's a lot of fucking money, bitch. So because somebody ran a stop sign and T-boned this Jeep, and I flipped all the way upside down and sideways. I was like literally hanging upside down, stuck in the seatbelt. It was actually crazy. And I literally only had like a couple scratches. Only a couple scratches. So lo and behold, I don't know why this is like I want to tell this, but this will be significant for somebody. I love the Jeep so much because when I tell you, I felt like I was literally as I'm floating upside down in the air because this person was going like 60 plus miles an hour past the stop sign. It literally felt like I was floating on a crowd. Like even when it doom doom doom, I felt so safe. The airbags deployed. It was like I was like in a little boat. Then all I see was like this cross that I've been cross necklace I was wearing. I was obviously upside down, so all I see is just it dangling in my face. So I said, well, you know who the fuck is on my side, okay? But anyway, I loved it so much. 2018 Jeep Compass. I swore I was about to get the car again. I didn't even have it for a full 2 months. Okay, so half a year later, here we are with the 2021 version, and the bitch is sexy as hell, even sexier. And the reason why it stopped my attention is because numerology, I feel, for someone here is very significant. It had 53,666 miles. And remember, I don't know if I told you guys, but my karmic had me arrested about 2 months ago. And as I was in the back of the police cruiser, my first time ever, he calls in the mileage on the vehicle, and he says that the mileage is, I'm pretty sure he said 56666 miles. And I was like, I just remember it was 4 6s, and I was like, oh, that was the moment where I just calmed down immediately. So I feel like if somebody here is saying a lot of sixes, that's your sign that, you know, six all about karmic balancing. No matter what situation you're in, this is supposed to be happening to bring balance to a situation. I even saw something, the reckoning CO period on TikTok, where she had reposted something that it was like this person might seem like they got away with something, but they did not. So I feel like that's relevant here. Yeah, I even got like the insurance on that car before I even went to the dealership to look at it. That's how confident I was that that was my car. I sat on it for a whole week. Nobody was out to get that fucking car. Okay. Insurance was on it the day before. He was like, oh, that'd be a pretty ballsy move if you did that. I said, oh, well, I did do that. One more. I just got this deck and tried it out yesterday. Oh, this is the second time in a row this has happened. Interesting. Los Santos. think I'm gonna stop trying to schedule the lives. But then I feel rushed. And then I forget stuff. Thank you, God, for blessing and purifying this energy. Let this we dive into this. Please allow me to energies that would want to divert, interrupt, or change these messages in any type of way. Ask for protection against negative energy into me. That negative energy, positive. Amen. Okay. Please don't bing me, TikTok. Y'all just saw me waving the bottles at the wand. Okay. I'll do one line. Obviously, the first card, I guess I'm doing two more, is number 11. As I was, I don't know, talking about those numbers. I don't know why that's like significant. We're already on the whole twin flame everything. But this is already talking about every timeline exists. For that being the first damn card, y'all know what I talk about on this page. Barry Allen energy, time traveling energy. Somebody has prophetic dreams. Somebody has visions. Somebody has deep awareness of stuff that you have no idea about. This already is just describing that energy. I really hope I'm not going to regret like grabbing this many from a new deck. Ooh, because you know how that is if you're a reader. Because we got to read these from the book, you know. But yeah, it's like something else. What is this? Like on this, it's like a little, what is it? The wheel that, I don't remember what it's called on a ship. Also, when I just say something about the Jeep, I felt like I was on a boat. So interesting how the first card, the boat. Also, I do feel like that. Like in other timelines, you know how they say like you exist in your highest, you know, they're like you can tell when you're existing in your highest timeline, or you hear that in these readings. That means, well, the way I think of it, in another timeline, or perhaps several, I definitely died in that accident. I think about that often, stuff like that. So I feel like somebody here is kind of like I said, we have that. I think I channeled to a very emo crowd. If you are a millennial, you know. So anyway, says every timeline exists. Choose one to move toward. It has all these like sigils and glyphs around the boat wheel. What the fuck is that thing called? I don't know. But yes, like somebody here feels like they had so many options, so many decisions to make. I wouldn't be surprised if that Seven of Cups came out. Especially, like I said, that being number 11. We know that they don't do anything like this on accident. With that number 11, literally doorway, portal, the number of twin flames. Also, it's like with twin flames, it's very, I don't know, I feel like along the journey, it kind of becomes very evident there's like multiple yous existing in other places. So obviously, I guess this reading is for the ones that are deep the fuck in it. All right. I'm happy as fuck today about it. I don't know if I want to like just read them all. Like, yeah, I'll just do this. We'll do one at a time. Go to the book. The number 11. If you can imagine it, then it exists somewhere in space and time. Like a radio, your brain is a receiver of information. You can tune it into a reality you choose if you're able to align with it. I mean, it's also matching the energy that we saw from that Rebel Oracle here, where it's like somebody here, they get very like doom and gloom, worst case scenario, nothing's ever going to work out type of mindset, especially if they're not like seeing action or not seeing things work out the way that they want. I don't know, I'm just like looking back at this, like, don't talk to anyone, don't look at anyone in that masculine energy. Like, something is going on. We will actually be looking into that, like, specifically, because I just feel like something has happened with the divine masculine that's like bringing that energy up. Like, something different has changed. Like saying, be grateful and also don't talk to anyone. Like, somebody's they know that they're in a mood where they would be absolutely diafucking-bolical. Is what I'm getting. So, like I said, somebody, especially the fact that this card's not even focusing on anything negative. It's just literally talking about whatever you want. Imagine the timeline that you like and go towards it. So I just feel like this, like, someone's not even, like, they're not even doing that anymore. or at least that's like, it's been a heavy focus on focusing on someone's like positive manifestations. I'm trying to debate if I want like pull tarot cards for these or if they're like too new. Let's see. Accept how you feel, then move through it. Like I'm saying, something's going the fuck on here. Also, I also like how like the artwork on these is gorgeous. Move through it. You know, like somebody here standing in sadness in this gray drab color. And it's like I don't know if you watch The Flash, but how he can like phase through walls and stuff. That's kind of the energy it gives me. Like phasing through something to get to the other side. This deck is obviously very magical already. Energy feels better. Accept how you feel, then move through it. And I didn't even get done going to the page. What am I doing? The first thing you look for on a map is the phrase, "You are here." Find out where you are currently in your emotion. Now look at the map and determine where you would like to go. Enjoy your walk. Once again, more of that energy about determining the direction you want to take. You know, like it's this card here. Their hands are on the wheel. Somebody is in control. Like this with you equals tight ass control freak. But then there's also something about somebody is in control. Yeah, it's almost like, you know, somebody, maybe I'm feeling especially divine masculine energy, cough, cough, is recognizing that like there are certain things that are the only things they are able to have full control over. That would be their emotions, the mindset, the thoughts that you entertain. Obviously, there are disorders that go along with this. I'm definitely getting that from this person, like some kind of anxiety disorder. But it's like this is someone kind of realizing that they can't. I keep thinking about that. Don't force it. Accept how you feel. Even earlier, I was mentioning that about like stoicism. There's the whole purpose of stoicism. Marcus Aurelius, if you everyone look into that dude. Favorite. I was even considering naming my future. Anyway, the purpose is that acceptance is the only way to move forward. You know, the more you fight something, the more you resist it, the more you refuse to accept where you are, the harder it is for it to end. Because it's almost like, you know, people are saying when time flies, when you're having fun, it's almost like the opposite. Like the more you're focusing on an issue, the more you focus on that problem. It's like everything slows down to allow you the time to look at every single detail about what the fuck is wrong. And that's also the energy you keep putting out. I hate this, I hate this, I hate this. And I feel like the universe is just hearing this, 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 this. You still haven't learned anything yet. So I feel like that is literally the entire. Obviously, there's more that goes into stoicism, but like the main thing is just recognizing the balance that is needed for emotions in order to achieve what you want. You know, accepting where you are and embracing that, enjoying it. Like I mentioned on here before, I slept in my fucking car before. Okay, imagine what that was like experiencing the first fucking thunderstorm. Terrifying. But I made the most of it. And eventually, I literally learned to enjoy when it would happen. I'm out here taking fucking pictures and shit. I learned to have, like, to cherish that, to be grateful, even in, like, these circumstances that seem completely unfavorable. Anyway, this is really giving me, like, I guess, like, divine masculine energy here. It says, the infinite ocean of ideas we're all allowed to swim in. More about ideas. Because I know all these cards are not about that. So it's more about like I said, every timeline exists, every thought, every intention, every emotion. There's something about like someone is going over the possibilities, and also in that reading yesterday, it was getting like somebody's feeling very overwhelmed with like how much there is to do or how many different options there are. Also with like how many different things could, would, or did go wrong. That's what I'm getting. It's like somebody's needing to. I don't know how to not sound like an asshole when I say it, but like, be more grateful about the shitty ass circumstances that you're in. Not dead. not full on diseased with leprosy, able to breathe, able to wake up. Not everybody has. I don't know. It's like even when I was first like working on that, like I have real crippling anxiety. Like when I tell you, couldn't go to sleep because my brain would not shut the fuck up. That was one of the first things I did that they teach you in therapy is to literally just start listing off things that you're grateful for. And when I always tell you guys, like even if it's something dumb, at least to me, oh, okay, well, I'm grateful I have legs. And then you sit there for a moment and really think about that. Like as a person, like golly, there are really people who survive and accomplish amazing things who don't have like the basic functions of the human anatomy. There are people who survive without the basic functions of the human psyche all the way there. So it's like no matter what it is that you're going through, I feel like even somebody I just got like mental disorders or mood disorders, somebody's like so frustrated with that. But it's like you were not one of the ones who like became lost in it, which is interesting. I'm bringing this up because I did consider talking about it on the live, but I woke up from this set of dreams, and essentially what was heavy on my mind was how, like, what it really means to come into that high priestess energy, that hierophant energy, where, like I always say, I feel like, you know, holistic health is the way to go. Western society and Western medicine and the way that we view everything is that energy. Somebody wonders why they think like a fucking woe is me emo child. Yeah, look where the fuck. If you're in America, obviously not everybody here is, but it's just like everything is a disease, and then they just treat the symptoms. Nobody ever looks at why. Holistic health, it looks at the why. And so I feel like specifically with mental health, it presents as one thing, but even in science and psychology, they even state themselves they don't know what the causes of these things are, and they don't really know what they are. They just know what it looks like, what the brain is doing. They just know how to recognize the symptoms. And yet people think that they know everything about it. They literally openly admit, oh, we literally do not understand our own brains, like basically at all. So I just feel like there's something about like someone's mindset about their like health or their mental health. Like I said, sore throat, something about communication, but specifically with mental health, anxiety. Like for a while in my family, my mom was even like, we can't say the word anxiety, but like anxiety is not just, oh my God, there's all these possibilities, all this can go wrong, blah, blah, blah. It's literally just you are an empath who's untrained. You just have the ability to feel so much energy that is coming towards you, to feel all the possibilities, all the ideas, and those ideas, those intangible things. People talk about how the human body is a generator of sorts. Those ideas are transmuted through your body. That's how you also can kind of tell when you are someone who's on a spiritual path. Your body literally reacts as a medium without you even trying or being aware of it. And so I feel like that's like very significant for someone here. Borderline personality disorder, extreme emotions, extreme rage. You're never just happy, you're elated. You're never just mad, you're filled with rage. Deep, heavy emotions, water emotions, energy and motion. I feel like the people who have borderline personality disorder are specifically the high priestesses who, if they had like listened to another voice, that's where I feel like you start to see disorders like schizophrenia, where it's this voice telling them to do all this stuff that's completely disconnecting from reality. I feel like everyone has these abilities, but it just depends on what you were raised around, what you're aware of, if you're aware that, of how it is, if you're doing drugs at the time, if you're drinking. So I just feel like there's certain things that happen. Obviously, these are just my theories. I'm not saying don't go to a goddamn doctor. But I just feel like people need to be more aware of themselves. But I just feel like, no offense, but people are kind of lazy when it comes to their health because they don't understand it. How could you ever understand it if you won't ever take the time to try? And then everybody acts like they don't want to go to the doctors. Well, doctors only do this, doctors only do that. Doctors see thousands of people. Doctors go based on what you tell them. But I feel like everybody goes to the doctor expecting them to do the full on everything, diagnosis, blah, blah. No, you need to come to them with information first. You need to be monitoring your patterns. When I go to the doctor, they love to see me show up. Hello, I've been tracking my menstrual cycle for the past 6 months and I noticed these traits. Let's get on the same fucking page. You know, so it's something about somebody needs to get very serious about their health. I don't know what the fuck. I just need to go all the way there. But like, yeah, somebody here is certain symptoms that you think is something, but it's really holistic health. It's your divine awakening. It's your body's activating. It's not just anxiety. You're receiving heavy downloads of information. It's not just borderline personality disorder. You're a very powerful, energetic being. So anyway, it's not just depression. This is the one I learned from fucking Jim Carrey when I was first learning about my spirituality. It's not just depression. It's your avatar telling you that it's tired of what it's doing, that it's not living in its purpose. At the time, I was just like, what the fuck am I supposed to be doing? Like, I just don't enjoy anything. That's the whole point of depression. I can't enjoy anything. Yes. And guess what? That card we was getting, I think, last week, try and try again and again and again. Does this look like the face of a depressed person who's literally depressed for the first 25 fucking years of their life? No. So anyway, that full aside, the infinite ocean of ideas we're all allowed to swim in. Somebody needs to fill their mind with what they want and not what they do not want. And I feel like somebody's very bad about that. And then I feel like somebody then turns around and complains with this be fucking grateful, stop whining about why things aren't going their way. When it's like, look at the energy that you're putting out. Look how you react when it doesn't go your way the first time. Not saying you specifically. I don't know whose energy this is, but if it is you, like, I do not usually talk like this in my lives at all. So this is like, oh, God. Okay. Your imagination is a spaceship capable of traveling to the furthest reaches of hyperspace. Oh, why is that kind of how I saw, like, the mind? It's like everybody's like, oh, time travel is impossible. Somebody had dreams of the future. What would you call that? Oh, well, it's not possible. Well, I literally did it, so get the fuck on my face. You see what I'm saying? So, time travel is possible. Your mind is your ship. Imagine being alive in the 1800s and thinking it's all been done. Sounds just about the same today. Go fishing for big ideas. Nope. Even bigger. Crazy. That also gives me that try and try again. Like, there's something about, like, go for big ideas. We have that, like, take a trip, trying something new. Like, there's something that somebody's, like, being advised to, like, begin or do. Like, I know for me, I don't know why, like, this infinite ocean of ideas that makes me think of, like, a book. The book is filled with a collection of someone's thoughts, fantasy or real, you know? Scientific or religious. It's a full tome or collection. So I feel like someone here might be writing a book. That's also like what I told myself, and I kind of forgot that I told myself I would do it. And I told myself I'd do it again. Is I'm trying to, while I'm on vacation, at least, like, really make some progress in writing my book. Obviously, it'd be about spirituality. Y'all will be in for a surprise. Let me tell you that. But anyway, it says never leave it blank. Make something stupid. Throw in vault. Yeah, like, this is just 100% that, like, somebody just needs to, like, try. Like, that whole, like, well, depression, the whole point is you can't feel anything. You can't. Ooh. I guess y'all are mad because the likes have ended at 1.4K. Anyway, but it's like somebody here is literally like somebody's definitely perfectionist. Like, you with equals tight ass. Somebody feels like if it doesn't look a certain way, if it's not exactly a certain way, if it's not exactly how they had anticipated being, it's like, okay, well, we're just supposed to get rid of that. But I feel like sometimes also you don't look at how much you appreciate it looking back at it, you know, looking like how sentimental you can be on your own growth and progress. Like I said, it's like, imagine being alive in the 1800s and thinking that you've seen it all. Like, oh, we are the best, and life and society can never get better than this. Like, bro, you didn't even have a cell phone. You couldn't even talk to your grandmother without waiting like several months at a time. You couldn't travel to Europe without a major possibility of dying. Obviously, no offense to our ancestors who went through all that. Once again, this be fucking grateful. Look what the fuck they had to go through. while whoever is here sitting on the phone, got some food to eat. Maybe somebody doesn't necessarily have food to eat. Hello, you're still breathing. There's a possibility that things will get better. That's all I'm getting from this. God always provides a way. So anyway, yeah, I feel like especially this throat and vault, that's like keep even the little things. I even saw like one of my, I think it's like damn, like the first time I've ever seen one of my old videos like that's a on this day. And I remember back then I was just like, oh my god, I just can't imagine like everyone to change these videos. This is absolutely perfect. I don't need to ever try anything new. Looking at the video now, don't get rid of the goddamn filter. I'm tired of looking at the eyelashes. You know what I'm saying? Like looking at it now, I'm like, oh wow. I said like every other fucking word. Crazy. So something about somebody's like really progressing. Somebody maybe should take a look at who they were before, where you are now, and also all this energy about where you want to go. It's very significant here. But yeah, who said that you have to share everything you make immediately? Get excited about building a secret stash. Sometimes things are meant to incubate and be released when the time is just right. I don't know why all of a sudden that also made me think whoever's here with this, like, stop texting, stop stalking, stop checking on that person, they have something they're planning in the background. A secret vault of love is what I'm getting, or at least thoughts and emotions. Like, I'm thinking back to this every timeline exists. I feel like someone here is like mentally in their mind thinking about like what would that highest timeline with you look like. Anyway, connection is the only game. Like I didn't even see, like I said, I'm hyper focused on these. I'm not even looking at what's down here. Hello. Connection is the only game. Connecting with people. Obviously if it's not in a romantic context. Connecting with people in general, like being real, being honest. Obviously I'm like definitely an introvert and don't like speaking to people on a daily basis at all. So that also is just connecting in whatever way is comfortable for you. It doesn't even have to be verbal. It just be like sharing something that you've done online or I don't know. But also I'm getting with that feeling I just got from that. This person here is like kind of they recognize that's the only way to make their highest timeline happen. All these readings the last couple weeks been about this distance. They don't want to talk. They're not trying to say nothing. Blah 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 blah. But connection is the only game. They're realizing like being in it is the only way. No decisions, just growing. I mean, just more confirmation. So hi, just started comments. Sorry, how are you? Well, and yourself. But yeah, no decisions, just growing. Oh, grooving. Changes it. Oh, okay. I hope TikTok don't beat me. Didn't realize her titties was out. It does not show any the nip naps, so technically, by American standards, that is censored. Full breast shape, no nipple. We can see it. Anyways, oh, I didn't even read number 36. Put the pieces of the puzzle together. Instead of worrying about the million things that need to get done, focus on the one common thread between them, your ability to make things happen. I mean, literally, wasn't I just saying? Somebody's like super overwhelmed, like they have 1,000 different things they have to do, 1,000 different things they need to look at. Like I said, I'm also dealing with that person. Like this person feels like there's a lot to do for the connection. There's a lot they need to learn, especially if this is like someone who is like new to the way of spirituality or the way that you believe in things spiritually. Like I feel like you specifically may have like a very specific. Obviously, you look at tarot readings, so we see what one of those is. But there's something about like this person. They feel like they have a lot to learn. So it's like, yeah, especially all this, put the pieces together. It's like disjointed. I feel like someone here is like trying to look at the bigger picture and understand. Yeah, stop making life harder than it is. You don't need to tell your heart to be, it just does. And that's a more important job than anything your chattering mind does. Let go and dance to the rhythm of it all. I mean, that also just once again kind of tie me back to that be grateful energy. Like, that control freak energy. Like somebody here is so hyper focused on like the end result. Also, I just feel like whoever it was that was kind of feeling insecure back in the deck, we basically have this person who's like realizing that they are kind of a badass. Like it's like, oh damn, I'm spiritually gifted. I'm kind of psychic. I'm able to have prophetic dreams. Me, truly. Yeah. Yes, you. Yes, you. It's not just anxiety. It's not just a mood disorder. It's not just depression. You literally are one whose body reacts when you have a divine soul purpose. I do want to leave those out actually. But I do not think I'm going to be doing like a 3-hour fucking reading today, but only the Lord knows. So we shall see. Damn, like, why is on my hair back there? Next on to the newest deck that I got. The NYC Tarot. Is anybody in here from New York at all? Because obviously I got to take a quick look at it yesterday, and low key, the cards are kind of fucking gorgeous. And also they're very, like, you can tell it's very, like, somebody here knew the streets of New York very fucking well. Is that upside down? Oh. Unfortunately, they do not have this one on TikTok shop, but they do got the Brainskull. So go to my page, click on TikTok shop, please. Thank you. Also, anybody who comes in late or just wants to see more fuller, longer readings, I did not realize. I do have I post these readings to Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, Alexa. But they put a freaking New York sewer and a freaking rat. So, and it looks funny because it's like the box is all 3D, so it really looks like it's like sunk into something. But yeah, I just feel like this deck is like specifically someone here knew like the streets of New York very well. So I feel like whoever's from New York, I think you might really enjoy this deck because I did, and I'm not even from there. And this down there just made me love the fucking city. So please. I do want to clarify that you know what the fuck I'm talking about. Don't talk to anyone. Don't look at anyone. What the fuck is that about? I always do this. No, I never move it either. Like this just feels like that's more than the usual amount of cards. Golly. Okay. Don't talk to anyone. Don't look at anyone. Okay. What is that about? I'm damn near like, should I do half of that? Or... Don't talk to anyone. Don't look at anyone. We do have Knight of Pentacles, 5 of Cups. Not surprised. We'll go with that for now. The Star. Back of the deck. Alright, so I'm really interested to see what that card is that's flipped over. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Knight of Pentacles. 1, they say, the slowest moving knight in the deck. Sorry, I'm trying to look at it too. Like, this is also my first time really looking at all these, so yes, I will be taking the time. There's no blue skies with the clouds. You see the what the fucking Empire State Building. Is that what that's called? Right? I believe that's what that's called in New York. Knight of Pentacles, though. Yeah, these we're definitely gonna have to read from the book because this I'm not seeing how it relates to Knight of Pentacles energy. It's usually like someone like solid, grounded, but slow moving. Don't talk to anyone. Don't look at anyone. I don't know why the vibe of it kind of gives me like overcast day, especially like all the wind blowing. Like, you know, those kind of days where it just feels like a lazy Sunday for some reason. That's what I'm getting with that. So I think I'll do like the intuitive first, and then we'll read these from the book because don't talk to anyone, don't look at anyone. The Tower in reverse. Oh, that makes sense. Tower's number 16. Stars number 17. I don't know why. I'm almost getting like somebody's like whoever's in this masculine energy, they're recognizing that them moving like so slowly and this Knight of Pentacles energy is kind of why everything blew up. Damn, I can't pick up. Because it almost looked like, when I was looking upside down, it does almost kind of look like an explosion of sorts, right? Like something exploded, but obviously that's alright. That's something. I'm not sure if it's actually got the tower in New York, but like all these fireworks, music, but it's upside down. So that specifically is about somebody avoiding a change, avoiding a big moment. That could also be this: don't talk to anyone, don't look at anyone. I feel like whoever this is about, whoever is like currently operating in their divine masculine energy, there's something that they were trying to avoid that ended up happening anyway. Now we have this Five of Cups. Once again, did not say I'd be channeling for the emos. That woe is me energy. Five of Cups, feeling like all the cups are spilled over. It's also like crying over spilled milk. I don't know why, like the basketball seems like it's personified. I don't know how to describe that, but it's like the basketball is sad. It's like not all the cups are spilled. There's still one cup standing, but that's like the whole point. Is somebody's so focused on what went wrong, what they didn't enjoy about something, what they didn't like, that it's like they're not seeing what's still left standing. That's why I feel like this whole like they're resisting letting something go, they're resisting letting something fall. But I feel like what somebody doesn't realize is what comes after the tower, the star, divine assistance, hope in a hopeless situation, a prayer answered. There's something about like somebody's been asking for help or wanting help and like moving forward with something. What number? 17. There's no song. What does this concrete jungle mean? Okay. Why am I looking at the star first? I wasn't even meaning to do that, but I guess we are. Anyway, this is somebody who, it looks like somebody's literally like just living a dream life. Also, I kind of get the feeling like she may not also be at home. Like, it doesn't kind of look like she's at a hotel or something, like on vacation. It's interesting how we have that about take a trip. I'm just saying I'm on vacation. Somebody needs to go out and do something, take a break or something like that. So I just feel like this is like, I'm definitely heavy on the vacation energy. But this is like where I think this star energy will bring you. You'll feel this relaxed, wine in the cooler, looking out at the moon, enjoying the night, living the fancy life. Yeah, behind that, Queen of Wands. Enjoying the lush extravagances of life, feeling sexy, feeling loved, feeling seen. Even Knight of Cups behind that. Love offers and or just like that of being communicated. I feel like that's how you know that's like around the corner. It's because the star energy will become like very present. But obviously right now we're at like the tower reverse. So like for this, yeah, somebody's really trying to like avoid having something happen. God, I still didn't read it. Plaza Suite. City living has worn you down. You're burdened with shopping bags. You've spread yourself thin across the 5 boroughs, and now you're ready to return to the center. The star is the hotel suite where we repair and reunite our pieces, taking the time to better understand where we begin. Whenever we work with this card, we're invited to restore ourselves by tracing some element of our lives back to its source. This could signal a time of healing where we exfoliate the calluses of accumulated hurts and recover the softer parts beneath that beneath that are asking for attention. What's also saying something about somebody needs to focus on their health, like for real. Like somebody really needs to focus on their health. It could also be a chance to understand the origin points within us, traveling to the surface of a problem, or to the source of a problem or a pattern that's been permeating our lives to see how it started. Or it could be a simpler kind of recharge as we take a moment in a busy day to plug into something that renews our spirit, reviving a past passion and reigniting our resilience. What's our with I'm not getting the feeling like somebody's very slow moving. Somebody has a lot planned for someone, but somebody is just not seeing it. I feel like I said, this like both you guys are in this like fucking how. But I feel like it's not for you to know how, just to know that it is. With that star card, star, divine assistance, divine intervention. Anything that's divine is a promise. So I feel like I just feel like you're very good at talking yourself out of it. Oh, I must be crazy. Oh, I must be delusional. Oh, I must not be right about that. Oh, there's no way. Somebody's very good at doing that to themselves. God, I didn't even, this is not even a good page. Wherever it finds us, the star wants to soothe the fractures and bring us back together again. Explore the star through restorative experiences, as literal as a trip to the spa or more conceptual. Yeah, like even stuff like that, like somebody going to the spa, somebody going to get their nails done, somebody getting their hair done. Like just taking care of yourself, somebody going to get their haircut, beard trim, something that makes you feel, like I said, that Queen of Wands makes you feel sexy, makes you feel golden, makes you feel like you're sparkling, makes you feel like you are in love with yourself. I feel like somebody here needs to show themselves for more love, and that's why you're being asked to stop focusing so much on the other person, because now it's like I feel like somebody's became so focused on that, just like now they're neglecting themselves. And it's not even like now they're neglecting themselves. I feel like it's the neglect has been there, and somebody's just constantly finding something else to focus on. Like I feel like somebody here has like I said, like mood disorders or something that's been there for a while, but somebody was always focused on other stuff. So I feel like now's the time to like really take that you time to really take a look at yourself, take a look at your psyche, take a look at what it is you're wanting from the connection, what you're wanting to see happen, and really like get serious about like how you're going to be operating and moving going forward. Like not even in terms of just relationship, but in terms of careers, finance, where you want to move to, your next vacation. I don't know. I just feel like somebody's getting very serious. Yeah, it says visit the site of an archaeological dig or your own birthplace. In New York City, embrace your original form with a sojourn at the Russian bathhouse or Koreatown spa, a polar bear plunge at Brighton Beach, or a power nap in your hotel room or apartment. You can also trace the city's indigenous origins at the National Museum of the American Indian. Someone here is also Native American men, specifically. Somebody's need to like look into their background. Oh, I've never saw a little ghost thing. But yeah, somebody's need to like look into their background, look into their history, like look into where does they came from. So I feel like that might also like provide answers about who you are as a person. Like I feel like if maybe to somebody it might sound a little out there, but obviously, if it don't resonate for you, then maybe the message ain't for you. But I feel like there are certain features that obviously, are assigned to different cultures, different civilizations of people, not just physically, but I feel like spiritually, there's certain abilities that are like literally passed down through generations. And so, like for me, I found out family was apparently descended from the Aztecs, the Nigerians, and the Iberians, which were like the pre-Greek, Mediterranean, pre-Spain area, was Iberia, like traced back like 10,000 BC and stuff. So I'm like, I don't know, looking into it, it's like it started to make sense why I have certain features that I have, not just physically, but like, oh, that's why I tend to act this way. Oh, that's why I tend to be drawn to this. Like the way that I picked up Spanish so fucking fast, it was crazy. Oh, you mean like half of my ancestral lines comes from people who were speaking Spanish? Oh, didn't know that. So anyway, looking into your history, something like that. Looking into who you are. So it looks like they do not have reversals in here. So that was the intuitive read of that being reversed. Is somebody resisting? But like I said, even when I was saying it and seeing it reversed, with this, don't talk to anyone, don't look at anyone, I was even thinking, I'm like, it doesn't seem like, what could they be resisting? Because I feel like nobody will be upset if nothing happened. They wouldn't have to resist because it wouldn't be happening. So I feel like someone's very upset because something did happen. I feel like that's why, with that Knight of Pentacles, I feel like that's why it was reversed at first. They were moving so slowly because they were trying not to have an ending of some sort. Like Tower giving me death card vibes here. But yeah, somebody was like trying not to have to do something or not to have to start something. Not because they didn't want it, but it's because like with this whole like put all your favorite things in a vault. They have so much that they've been like collecting and saving thoughts, comments, songs. I don't fucking know what, but it's like somebody here is like they're overwhelmed with this prospect of beginning the process. So yeah, especially like I said, Knight of Pentacles, very slow moving. Yeah, we're supposed to be looking into that now. Okay, so how to find a minor arcana in here without referring to the index. Success. Oh, because I didn't even know it would have been with the rest of them. Knights. Knight of Pentacles. The Brooklyn Promenade. Strolling the elegant esplanade and stopping for a sit down on the wrought iron bench. The the Knight of Pentacles moves us at the pace and with the grace of the body we're in. The Knights awaken subtle pathways within us, and here in the earthy pentacles, we're asked to explore how our physical forms read and respond to the environment. Please, because was I not just talking about somebody's ancestral roots will let you know about the certain abilities that you have, then also somebody holistic health, sore throat, speaking up. How do you? You're a generator. So yeah, we're not surprised about that at all. So yeah, take note of how your physical forms read and respond to the environment. Like I was literally saying at the beginning, like somebody's like, human body is literally a generator. Like left side, yin, receiving, right side, yang, the active. So yeah, just like somebody like should probably look more into that. This reason is coming up, obviously. We can start with the basic body scan where we pay attention to the nonverbal intel we're receiving about our situation. From this place of psychics, physicality, holistic healing, literally talking about it, please. We can then divine how to better take the shape of our circumstances and bend our beings toward them without breaking. Also, all about that whole Marcus Aurelius, Stoicism, accepting the circumstances you're in. Even this about like accepting the body that you're in. I feel like someone here, there's something that I feel like they lack, or maybe they have pain somewhere, have difficulty walking. I just heard like somebody's knee specifically makes it very difficult. But it's like somebody, it's like they keep living back with how they were, but it's like somebody needs to accept where they are now and like move at a slower pace, take their time. Like somebody's physically is needing to take more time on themselves. I feel like somebody here is used to rushing. Somebody's used to rushing themselves. So I feel like somebody here needs to really slow down. Like it's okay to slow down. I feel like somebody's like not comfortable with that at all. Yeah, what info is my body receiving now? How can I use this info to help me adapt? this is also kind of giving me like with that divine masculine energy that this person is starting to learn how to recognize like the social and emotional cues and the spiritual cues going on around them. I was even thinking about that earlier about how like I kind of feel like, because I told you guys I had sent my twin flame a song about spiritual discernment from a band he had shown me about, and then the next day he was quite literally given the opportunity to do it and utilize it, and he chose to take another route. So I feel like with this card, it's specifically saying somebody here is no. I hope you can't hear my stomach. I took a nap and I just woke up. I didn't eat. But anyway, yeah, it's like somebody here is they're starting to learn how to identify what their body is saying, what their mind is saying, what the dreams are saying, how they feel around certain things. I don't know. It just gives me like this breezy walk, like somebody's going out on a nature walk. You're not trying to rush. I mean, unless you really on a jog or on a run or something. Sabrina's Playground. Oh, I don't have the viewer wishes up today. We're pulling cards. But no offense. Also, I'm not going to do that in the middle of the reading because I'm literally like pulling cards for you technically as I'm speaking. So, no offense. But yeah, people watching is the activity that it describes here. Watch animals sensing non-verbally and nestling their bodies into nooks, or humans adapting their dress to meet the weather. In New York City, feel the textured terrain with a pedicab ride, or celebrate environmental remediation along Newtown Creek or the Gowanus Canal. People watching. Somewhere here there's links to people watch. I don't know why it's also making me think this person watches you. They have been watching you. They enjoy watching you, and they've been doing it for like a long ass time. We have the tower here, number 17. Like I said, I just kept getting the feeling like this person was kind of avoiding something. Like for sure. The parachute jump. Oh my god. The what? Is this a real thing in New York? You're really been doing some crazy shit like this? I thought it was just like those little bicycle things, the French pool, but I guess those are like parachutes. I thought they were like umbrellas or something. Yeah, it's like this giant, the drop tower at Kings Island or whatever. It's like that giant thing. But there are parachutes dangling from it. Okay. Well, the parachute jump. Oh, okay. It's not a thing, apparently. While the parachute jump ride may now be officially defunct, its ongoing function as a fluorescent boardwalk beacon and backdrop for celebratory fireworks is proof of a city whose charge can't be stopped. Likewise, despite its reputation for large-scale destruction, the tower card wants to keep us lit and moving toward more life, waking us up to sheer vitality that exists in each motor-rich moment. Literally, there's more energy about moving forward, going forward, not staying stuck in the moment, but accepting where you are so you can get to where you want to be. Whenever we work with this card, we're asked to come alive to all the forces that play in our situation and to embrace the notion that we don't always have to be in charge of them. Often the tower comes calling when we feel like something's been unleashed that's beyond our conscious control. But this card never makes its moves out of malice. Instead, it's just a reminder of life's inherent heat. Sometimes we'll make strategic moves that'll power us towards the next place, and other times we'll get moved. We have the right to exercise our free will, and so does everything else. What are all the forces unfolding in my life right now? Explore the tower by filling into the strong forces that are present in your life, whether it's letting yourself burst forth with a big emotion or noticing energy that's generated during a friction moment. In New York, observe how bodies in motion negotiate to shared sidewalk. Anyway, come alive to the oral combat of diverse street sounds competing for primacy, or witness the creative destruction present at a building construction site or adaptive reuse of a historical nature. Okay, yeah, because that was a lot more information I thought, so I don't think we're going to read the one for the Five of Cups. Because I am tired of reading. No fucking sense, bitch. I'm tired of reading. Yeah, definitely like that deck. For sure. They need to add it to the TikTok shop. For sure. I don't know which one I'm doing next. Are we gonna move on to a tree? Yeah, it seems like the last couple of readings, well, like for like basically a month and a half straight, like boom, 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 and now it seems like the energy's like, yeah, it's like these readings these past few weeks have felt more like placeholders rather than like any new information actually being presented. Oh, confirmation, I guess. So yeah, I think that's like kind of what this is. Like somebody feels like they're in like a limbo period right now, or like some kind of lull in activity. There's a break, a pause. It's giving me hangman energy, you know, where somebody hangs upside down to view things from a different perspective. All is quiet, all is still. That's kind of like how these readings past like 2 weeks are kind of giving me. It's like I feel like it's no like new revelations anybody's having, but it's just constant, like almost like the same energy. It's like coming out, but in different ways. And it's kind of just seems like somebody's just being guided to like really focus on like self-care, self-love, looking at what makes them tick. I feel like somebody here has, it comes out like every damn reading. Yeah, somebody here has more work to do than they thought they did. That's what I'm getting. Illumination, truth, discovery, awakening. I mean, as I'm like talking about all this, I feel it doesn't really seem like anybody's receiving any new information, but like I said, it's not even like new information. It's not the vibe I'm getting. I just feel like it's information that's already been there. It's just somebody seeing it clearer. Like it's not like you were unaware of it or like somebody didn't know what was going on. This is like divine masculine energy. It's like someone here, they are coming to more of an understanding. It's kind of like it's forcing someone to, it's almost like now that they understand the connection more or how it moves or how it operates, instead of the connection itself progressing forward like one would think, it's almost like it's forced them to recognize how much more work somebody would really need to be doing like on themselves. Yeah, we have this every freaking reading for like the past 2 months basically. Whoever this person is who experiences tower doesn't want to talk to somebody and then is feeling like they need to be grateful, they feel so ashamed. This has been coming out in the readings. That's why I feel like this, yeah, this energy is like this. Because it's just, this person's just, this is why I feel like they're fighting. Like all that energy about getting out of your head. Choose the path that you want. You get to choose which thoughts you entertain, this and the other. This person can't get away from this. Oh, that Five of Cups energy. Damn, does that mean we do have to read it from the book? I think it does. Because for that to come out, that energy coming out in a different deck. I mean, I don't want to say that because maybe it will say something. Yeah, these are very New York-esque. I appreciate that she at least provides things for people who don't live there to understand. It's like, no offense, I could give a fuck less about a defunct parachute tower. No offense. I'm just kidding. I'm not. I'm really not. So, Five of Cups. You stand before the building. Oh, building. Searching beneath the brick. Bitch, is we looking at the same thing? You stand before the building, searching beneath the bricks. Something else once stood here, but you can't remember what. In this city, the hauntings hit you through the tiniest holes. I'm not sure what brick they're talking about. And it looks like that building's like way in the distance, but I guess not. But something's haunting this person. That keeps coming out. Like they're haunted. Something's not the way it used to be. like I said, somebody was resisting a change, resisting something happening, and it was like unavoidable. The fives of the tarot are soul workouts, here to train our muscles into mastery through some exploratory angst. Please. Angst, please. I keep talking about all this about the Midwest emos. Please. So, in this watery five, we begin to probe the notion of emotional absence. When we work with this card, it doesn't have to signal all out grief for a major loss, but it does want us to dance with whatever's no longer there. This could mean honoring a version of yourself who once was, or the poignant end of a project, or even just the little bits of uncompleted intentions that fall away at the end of the day. Wherever the sweetheart holes exist, the Five of Cups wants us to bring our presence to the emptiness that's left behind. Stage a going away ceremony for whatever is no longer present, whether it's a person, place, or way of being. In New York City, notice graffiti tags and I was here markers of former presence. Suss out multiple layers of history on a sign, or stand before an empty lot. It's just giving somebody's like focusing on the signs. When I was saying that, something about like numerology, paying attention to the numbers, recognizing. Like I just feel like I don't know. It's like obviously it comes to a point where at one point I was like, what the fuck does it mean? Why am I seeing 1111? Okay, I keep seeing it. What does it mean? Over time, I feel like you'll be able to start to apply what those numbers mean in your life. Like I said, when I saw that, the police said 56666 miles. Calm down immediately. Oh, I said, oh, I'm supposed to be uncomfortable in this moment. This is supposed to be my tower moment. This is supposed to be my divine balancing. Oh, okay. Calm down immediately. So I feel like there's something about like somebody paying attention to those patterns. Like I also get that like OCD. It's literally your body is designed to pick up on and recognize certain frequencies, but untrained, it looks like I have to touch this many times. I have to obsessively think about this thing like this. I cannot stop. It's because you keep receiving energy from that. And that's what I think is like people don't know how to recognize when they're receiving energy. Why? Because everything is said to be a goddamn disorder. So anyway, yeah. I was gonna say something else. I can't remember now. But Five of Cups, like I mean, just this woes me energy. What's new? What's new? But let me see. Yeah, losing sleep, worried, replaying events, thinking about you. Yeah, I was about to like do the index oracle, but like I said, y'all dead in here today, so I think that is all we have for you today. Because like I said, feeling energy. I'm not receiving or feeling no energy from the other side. I feel like everybody's just like, what is that? Like wondering, but not in belief is the feeling I'm getting. Intrigue, but no belief behind it. And I feel belief. So anyway, yeah, no point doing the index oracle. I will be back on the live next